Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Popcorn Podcast. I'm Tommy Crest. That is my co-host Ryan Fran, and today we're here to talk about Project Hail Mary, the new Ryan Gosling film that is stealing the hearts of every audience member. But before we get into that, make sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts: the Popcorn_Pod on Instagram, TikTok. Thank you so much for the support on the gaming stuff. We've been having some good views over there. Which is the Popcorn Pod Gaming, YouTube, and I think that's all of our social medias. But I know we're back to virtual. We were finally back to in person for one episode. Then we took our little break for Ryan's birthday and me being on a trip. But we might have at 2 episodes for you this week. As of right now, it's 1, but it's either 2 this week or 2 next week. So, one of those. But before we get too far into Project Hail Mary, Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing good. Pretty boring day. It was nice. It's the best day. We just have like 2 things to do, and you just get them done. You're like, I can do whatever I want. It's perfect.
You know what day I hate working in the afternoons because I hate waking up, going to the gym, and I get home, and I'm just kind of waiting to go somewhere.
Yeah,
Because you can't really go out and do anything else because you're waiting to do something. Oh,
it's always the worst when you have like 1 hour, and you're like, I can't do anything. You're like I wish I had to do like laundry. So I wish I had like an easy chore I could just do, but I got nothing to do.
you got no laundry you can do?
I just said, I'm like, I wish I had like a quick and easy thing to do, but I feel like every time I have like an hour, everything's already done. I'm like, I just got to sit here and do nothing. Is that good or no?
That flavor's not as good as the other one.
Tom's sipping on a probiotic soda or whatever.
Yeah, this is called Dough Pop.
Dough Pop?
Doc Pop. I thought it was an E. It's a C.
What's in it?
Oh.
What's the ingredients? What do you got?
Sparkling water, cassava root fiber, organic cane sugar, natural flavors, organic apple cider vinegar, apple juice concentrate, organic agave insulin, stevia, leaf extract, natural tartaric acid, and natural caffeine.
Nice.
Caffeine?
I'm sure it's like 10 milligrams.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I didn't know Diet Coke had caffeine in it until like a week ago.
Yeah, most sodas do.
Oh, 40 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh, 40?
Yeah. But
Coke and root beer usually do.
I told you. What was that?
Coke and root beer usually have caffeine in it.
Yeah, the root beer one of this is really good, though. So shout out.
I might have to hop on it.
Poppy. What was it? Oh, yeah, I told you I started running. I've done it. I've ran 5 times now.
Yeah.
You gotta get healthy.
That's a lot. That's good. 5 times.
Hey, 5 times in the last like 9 days.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But
where are you? Are you going to the track or just going out on the street?
Treadmill.
Treadmill. Where the hell did you stick a treadmill?
I go to a gym.
Oh, you're still at the gym. Okay.
I go to the gym 5 times a week.
All right, fair enough.
And I was just like, you know what? Instead of just making my arms unnecessarily muscular, we're gonna go and actually add cardio in.
Balance it out a little bit.
Yeah, and we started doing leg day, which I hadn't done in years. So we're getting healthy.
Nice.
But I told you, I said there was a funny reason I wanted to say about my running. So the way I've been on a really big Rocky kick right now. Before Project Hail Mary, Rocky as in the boxing franchise. And so I made Sam watch all of them with me. We skipped over 5 because no one watches 5. And I was getting ready. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get into running because Sam's a runner, so I want us to be able to go on some runs. But I was like, how long is the Rocky 2 fight scene? I was like, 10 minutes and 40 seconds. So I start when the bell rings and I run. I've done this every time I've gone on a run so far. I start when the bell rings and I finish when it ends. The movie ends. And that's just how I get myself hyped. And when he falls down and they start doing the count, I'm just hauling that whole time. It gets me so pumped. But that's how I've been doing my run.
Nice.
Thought you'd find that very
good
funny.
For you, man. That's exactly kind of what I thought. Was you something with a movie, watching it, some soundtrack, something, of course.
I told you that I lift to music scores.
Yeah, but that's everybody does that. If you don't do that, you're not trying.
Oh, dude,
you got to get it going. Come on.
The one Lord of the Rings one comes on, I go crazy. Can't remember what it is.
It's better than Matt with the High School Musical playlist.
Matt's lifting playlist is the greatest thing ever.
It's fantastic. He's locked in squatting like 400 pounds, and it's just High School Musical blasting in his ears.
But enough of the working out. Let's talk about Project Hail Mary, the 2026 sci-fi adventure film, running at
Mhm.
2 hours and 36 minutes. It's currently running with a bunch of success as it debuts domestically with $82 million, which is the biggest domestic opening for a non-IP franchise since Oppenheimer, and that's all time. That's just not since Oppenheimer.
Oh, really?
It's currently sitting. Yeah, it's doing number. I think it's made 130 something million already worldwide.
Damn.
It needs. I think it's 308 to break even.
Mm.
But it's currently sitting at 8.5 out of 10 on IMDb and a 94% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes with a 96% audience score. This movie is being loved by everyone for its amazing visuals and Ryan Reynolds' amazing performance that just keeps you
Yeah. Yeah.
enthralled from beginning
Ryan
to end.
Reynolds was really good in this, for sure.
Shit. Ryan Gosling. Did I say Ryan Reynolds twice? I
I
feel
only
like
heard it once. I don't know.
I hope I almost said. Sandra Huller is also in this, and the famous puppeteer James Ortiz actually ends up voicing Rocky in this film,
Mm.
and that was only because Ryan Gosling and him would make jokes while they were filming, and they were like, "Why don't you just do the voice?" So then we just keep the stuff in. And right off the bat, I thought this movie was great. I had a really good time with it. I feel like me and you both agreed that we don't love it as much as like everyone else loves it so far.
I mean, I think we agreed that we were both kind of it took us a bit to really get into it. I said
Yeah.
like the first half didn't really grab me, but then eventually when it started really getting going, I just fell in love with it. I mean, I think as soon as Rocky comes into the movie, it just becomes what it needs to be. When Rocky's not there yet, it's just kind of like Ryan Gosling doing shit in space. And it's fun, it's cool, like there's a good story, but once Rocky shows up, the movie really gets going and it's just great all the way through. I loved it throughout. I
Oh, maybe you do
Yeah.
like it as much as
Maybe I
that.
liked it a little more than you. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I liked it. I'm not near the Rotten Tomato scores, but I'm in the 90s, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm falling just short of that. I think I'm gonna sit. I think I have. Let me check my notes. But I agree with Ryan. I felt like before Rocky gets in there, it was good. But I was kind of sitting there. I was like, okay, so it's just like a toned down Interstellar so far with
Mhm.
Ryan Gosling in the lead. And then Rocky joins in. I thought it was fantastic. It hit every emotional tone for me. And from then on, I feel like it's fantastic. And I love Ryan Gosling. I love everything he does. But again, this probably isn't my favorite Ryan Gosling movie of his last couple. I'm a sucker for the Fall Guy. That movie just
The
that
Fall Guy
movie
was
had a
fun.
hold.
This was way better than the Fall Guy.
Oh, this is
This
a
was
better. This is probably a better, like, well-made, epic film.
yeah.
That I mean, there's the spacewalk, not the spacewalks. Yeah, I guess it's a spacewalk when he has to collect the ball thing,
Hmm.
and then from then to when the one of them gets hurt and that whole aftermath.
Yeah.
That was like the best scene sequence in the movie for me. It was like a 15-minute run, and the theater went silent. I was biting off all of my nails, which are still so shit right now. Um, but no, I still think this movie's fantastic. I still gave it an 89.
Mhm.
I haven't given it a movie, and this year I'm trying to be a little more. I
A
feel
little
like
more
I give high
strict.
scores to a lot of movies, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to hold the 90s to how good a 90 overall movie is.
Hmm.
But I think it's great. I am higher than IMDb, but I'm not as high as Rotten Tomatoes.
Gotcha. Well, you gave Undertone a 90, right? I think I saw
I,
that. Would you
I
say
gave it
this is better
four.
or worse than Undertone? I know they're completely different fucking movies,
I
but
gave Undertone 88.
88. Okay.
I took it down from a 90 because again I was like, wait, I'm trying to be better with this.
Yeah.
Um,
I still have to see it too. You've had nothing but good things to say about
it's so
Undertone, but
good.
I
It
gotta
was
I
so
gotta watch it.
scary. I've
Yeah.
never been so scared in my life. That's not true. I've never been. That was the most scared I've been in a movie theater though in a long time.
Hmm.
But I'm also a sucker for horror.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, the visuals in this movie are unbelievable, and to do it without any blue screens or green screens makes it even
Hmm.
more amazing because I feel
Yeah.
like you just don't hear that very often these days.
Not at all. The fact most of this movie was practical. Like every bit of the spaceship was built. It was just a full thing. It was just Ryan Gosling in there with like a camera guy or just a
That's
camera in the wall and just him alone. It's incredible. All the stuff when they see the astrophage, that like the big moment when it all turns red and he's like out doing the spacewalk, that was all practical. That was just all little lights that they just
oh
made.
really? I was
Dude,
wondering how they did that.
yeah, amazing. All this filmmaking that went into this. When you like look, it's hard to see like all the behind the scenes stuff because the movie just came out. But I'm excited for when they like really go into it, and like maybe if there's like extra on the DVD or something, it's going to be really really cool to see. Um, but I also love watching all the interviews. It seems like everybody in this movie just improvised every single line.
Yeah, it's so
Like
much like the
everything.
Mark line was fully improvised.
Yeah, half of Rocky's lines were improvised. I feel like half of Carl's lines were improvised. All the like them bowling in Home Depot and shit, that was entirely improvised. He said the one thing, I forget his name.
I
Lionel
know him
Boyce.
from
He's
somewhere.
from the Bear. He's the pastry chef.
That's who it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And the Russian astronaut, she's from the AT&T commercials. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You'll recognize her. Um
I think I know who you're talking about now.
You have to know who I'm talking about. Anyway, she had to ask people to stop talking about her for a certain
Yeah,
reason.
okay, I know who you're talking about. Yep.
She did great though. I don't think she's not Russian, but she did a pretty good job at a Russian accent, I think. But I loved seeing all like half of this movie was improvised. The whole thing. Sandra Hüller said that she was going to do the karaoke song to fucking what's it called again? Harry Styles song.
Sign of the Times.
Yeah, I just blanked on the name. That was her like deal. Like, I'm singing the song or I'm not doing this movie. And they're like, fuck, we gotta buy this song now. We gotta buy the rights. It like
Kind of got a cheaper song.
yeah, it's crazy. And I forget which one of them, Lord and Miller, wrote this movie fully, or who the screenwriter was. If it was both of them, I forget. But they
I
said it
think
was really
Christopher
difficult.
wrote it, right?
I think it was one of them. I just forget which one. But he said it was really difficult to find, to take it from the book to the screen, to write it as a screenplay, because it's so many less words and you got to cut some things. But as far as I've seen, it's been very faithful to the book, minus some additions for time and subtractions, whatever. But it's still insane to see how much of this movie was just improvised and just everybody just having fun, and it 100% bleeds through the screen. I just walked out of this movie just happy. It was just a fun time.
Yeah, no, I agree. When it ended, I was like, wow, that was fantastic. Like, I was so enthralled by the whole story. And the fact that this movie got me so close to crying so many times, it was holding me right at the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the one thing IGN was talking about was that like the third act doesn't work. I feel like the second and third act are way better than the first act to me.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the runtime did not feel like the runtime to me. Like, I feel like all this, once they're in space together, it all was going, it was cooking for me.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way that they were able to have such funny conversation, then flip it right on its head and be so deep and emotional between Rocky, Leia, Rock Alien, and Ryan Gosling,
Yeah.
was really fun for me to watch. And there was just so much great, like, humor throughout it. And Ryan Gosling, again, is just one of the most charismatic people in Hollywood. But I feel like Rocky's what steals the show in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, without Rocky, you don't feel that. And I love how they learn the language. The fist my bum line really got me. I thought that was so funny. Even though I saw it in the trailer, it still worked. And yeah, there's a scene towards the end of the movie where Ryan Gosling's at like the glass looking in. And I was like, Lord Jesus, please let this go the way I'm hoping it goes. So, my audience loved it. They clapped. I don't clap after movies, so I didn't clap. I feel like it's a weird. It's like when people clap when a plane lands.
Yeah, I don't clap. That's white people shit. I don't do that. Yeah.
Looking at two of the whitest people.
I can literally see through you right now. The light's so bright.
Dude, the light is so bright on me. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself, and who knows? I feel like the longer the year goes on, maybe I will bump this up to a 90. It's one of those movies where like I want to see it more. And I feel like I said the same thing to Sam after Undertones, that it's definitely a movie I want to watch again.
Yeah.
And if you can get me right away to want to watch something again, you did something right.
I kind of felt the same. I wanted to see more of it, but I do feel like maybe on a second watch, I kind of had the thought on a second watch, this movie might not be as good, because I feel like so many of the best moments are just the jokes from Rocky and Ryan Gosling just bouncing back and forth. But if you already know that's coming, it kind of takes it away. It's like, it's kind of the issue with comedies with like, there's some really great comedies like Superbad, which are just, you can rewatch it every time. Like everybody has that comedy that just makes them laugh. But for a lot of them, if you don't love it, then you watch it once, you laugh, and then you watch it again, you're like, all right, I already know the jokes. I kind of lost it. So I do wonder if this would be as good on a second watch, just because it was so like joke heavy. But so many of these moments that aren't jokes that are like intense and they're really trying to like get this mission done. It was done so well and it was so incredible to watch and just look at. So I do want to see it again eventually. But I
Yeah,
also wish this movie came out later in the year because I know it's going to be on my top 10, but I think it's going to get dropped down when other things come out, like fucking, The Odyssey or Dune 3. But, I wonder if this is going to have the staying power for me.
yeah. I feel like these movies sometimes can hold on, like such a big like sci-fi epic.
Mm,
But then like a smaller indie movie, I feel like that's why they release towards the end of the year because they can compete with something like this. But I think you're right. I really hope it doesn't fall through the cracks though,
yeah.
and like come award season and everything like that.
Hmm.
But we'll see. That's good. We got a long ways to go, and we have some big movies though coming out. Like I feel like everyone's already on the Odyssey train that's going to be the big winner at that night. But who
Yeah.
knows? Dune 3 could get the Lord of the Rings treatment when it comes around. So it's gonna be a really
Hmm.
cool year. I feel like, and I want Project Hail Mary to be up there. I want I want to see Rocky present at the Oscars.
So do I. That'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they But yeah, like the whole there was one thing I wanted to meet Adrian so badly.
Hmm.
I thought that's where it was going towards the end. They didn't go that way, but I did learn Ryan Reynolds' kid. God damn it, Ryan Gosling's kids are in this, which I thought was pretty cool little
Yeah, that's who he was
addition.
talking to instead of Rocky. So you can get
hmm
emotional.
Yeah, this movie did. I kind of was getting nervous because I was like, oh, I don't know if these emotional beats are gonna hit because it feels so comedic.
Hmm.
But then that sequence I talked about where one of them gets hurt, really worked, and I felt the emotions, and it's it didn't seem it really stuck the landing on that when that was what I was getting really nervous about, especially through like the first half. And also, there's a betrayal in this movie. What the fuck was that? I was fuming. I was so mad. Puff was saying that he's like it turned into like a horror movie for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, why does it get so serious? But I think going with two people that aren't like big movie people like we are was really good because I feel like I got to see people's reactions that aren't like super in the film and stuff like that, and they loved it. I
Hmm.
mean, Nate said he said it might be one of the top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
So
Which is
just
awesome because you asked if he wanted to go and he was like, what's it about? And I literally said Ryan Gosling goes to space and talks to a rock. And he was like, all right, I'm in. 5 hours later, he's like, that was the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. That was amazing. So
it was
happy
so
with it.
it was so funny though when I first texted him, he's like, "No, I don't want to see a horror movie."
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
late just was like, "I'm not going to answer." I was like, "It could have taken a 2 second search on Google, would have found out it wasn't a horror."
Mhm.
And the pub's like, "Nate, not a horror movie."
It's not a horror movie.
And it was so good. I love the design of Rocky's ship. I thought that was
Mhm.
so cool. It definitely felt like from when they showed the inside, it felt very much like a tipping the cap to Interstellar's world, like with the strings and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's I maybe they didn't mean that, but to me that's what like it gave off that feeling of the string world universe.
Yeah, like the
Or what,
Tesseract at the end. Yeah.
the Tesseract?
Yeah.
Isn't that in Marvel?
No, that's what he goes into. When he goes in the black hole and he's in the strings and he's like, Murph, don't leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tesseract.
Is
That's
the
what it's called.
Tesseract? It's not something in Marvel
Tesseract is the thing with the I forget what stone it is, but yeah, that's in
from
Marvel.
Avengers.
Yeah, from the Avengers. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what Loki
I
figured
was
out. That
thinking that
yes,
that's what.
the Tesseract's a different thing. But the Tesseract in like science, I think. Listen, I'm not a fucking smart guy, but Tesseract is something like that. They call it that in Interstellar, or I'm completely wrong and making a fool of myself, which is probably 90%. That's probably true, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But to that point, though, this movie made the science so palatable. Like I never felt lost for a second. They were saying big words and things that I had no business understanding, but I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Cool, totally. Yeah, they make it sound smart, but dumb it down enough to where you get it. You know?
yeah. I love the. I will say, as much as I said the first act wasn't grabbing me as much, the scene where they're putting together the lab with like the duct tape and stuff, I was
Yeah,
all in. I was having a great time during all that.
mhm. All the
But
montages were awesome.
They were
And
good
yeah,
montages.
all the music they picked just fit perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like this movie is not at all like I knew like the general idea was like uh buddy comedy with emotional moments in space, like a space epic
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But there was a lot of stuff I did not expect to be in this movie. I don't think this is a spoiler, but spoiler warning. This is gonna be like a 2 second line, so if you want to hit like the 15 second skip thing. Um, when he lost his memory, I did not think that that was a storyline they were gonna go into,
Neither did I.
and that was like a
Yeah.
key part for a while. Like why? And
Mhm.
it seemed like that they hint that he does figure it out towards the end.
Yeah, they never. I kind of wish they almost made it more transparent, like if he was remembering things or if we were just seeing them. Like maybe this movie jumps around and like flashbacks back on Earth and back in modern times on the ship. It bounces back a lot and it always works out. And never like you never get lost and like where am I again? But I almost wish like there was something specific where like maybe the flashbacks are every time he goes to sleep and it's like he's remembering stuff in his dreams or something like that. Just something to where like you understand he is getting his memory back, because in the beginning they make it a point where he doesn't remember why he's here. He has no idea what he's doing. Like why am I in this ship? And then the audience finds out why, but you never get confirmation that he's remembering why. He's just kind of going through, doing the mission.
Yeah.
But but in the beginning he's like, why am I don't even remember what the mission is. Why am I here? So, he figures it out, but it's never really expressly told to the audience. So you kind of just have to piece it together. But it's not a big deal. I think it
Yeah,
works fine.
it's not a big thing at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wasn't some of the storylines I just wasn't expecting, and I feel like it's a good job. I feel like with the trailers, you could have given up so much because I remember that was like a big problem when this movie showed its first trailer. Is that the trailer was 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and people were really like, "Oh, you just showed so much of the movie," and I knew people wanted them to keep Rocky hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still so much in this movie that they don't explain in the trailer, like that this is going to even be a storyline.
Yeah.
So I really like that. So I feel like it was good trailers, and doing the trailer to Champagne Supernova was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie's marketing has been great. I feel like I haven't seen a ton on social media, but it's doing so well with critics and audience that that's all the marketing it needed
Yeah.
was to stick the landing.
Yeah, I kind of think the opposite. I avoided a lot of the major trailers. I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't end up watching them. But most of the stuff that I saw was from like, 15-second YouTube ads, or like I'm scrolling on Reels and just pops
Oh
up for
really?
a
I
second.
wasn't seeing any
And
of
for
it.
that, I think it was perfect because kind of like what you were saying, it gave nothing away and was just like, look at these pretty visuals and Ryan Gosling, so pretty visuals, and just go watch the movie. And I was like, all right, I'm in. I'll go watch it.
Yeah,
Side
and
note, Connor's asking us to play Among Us. You gonna play later?
yeah, I'll play Among Us.
All right, cool. I'll tell him.
All I want to say, I was the best imposter. I
I
bet
won twice. I won twice
I
in a
won
row.
3 times.
No,
I won 3 for 4.
you weren't. You were not imposter 4 times.
Yes, I was.
No, I don't believe so.
Yes.
Were you?
Yes.
I kind of forget because we changed our.
You and
named
Nate
yourself
voted
after
on
me.
each other twice to get me wins.
I don't remember. Well, I only forget because we changed our names. You named yourself Ryan.
Yeah, I
and
won
was
twice
confused.
as Ryan. I won every time as Ryan.
Fuck.
Because then the one round I
Ryan was really good
lost
at that
was
game.
when I waited too long. And I
Yeah.
was being like the patient killer. I just learned, like when that happened, I didn't know that if they do their task, they win.
Yeah.
I thought
That's
the
what
only way
tasks
to
are for.
lose as imposter was get voted off. So then I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose. But oh yeah, I'll play Among Us.
All right.
But I want to ask you a question. Burp water.
Oh, speaking of, did you see the clip of Ryan Gosling on New Heights or whatever the Kelsey's podcast is called again?
Yeah,
Him talking
I
about
mean, I
Rocky.
saw him on it. Yeah.
Did you see him talking about how they were like the original plan, like you said, was not to show Rocky in the marketing? And he was
Oh no,
like,
I didn't see this clip.
oh yeah, he was like they didn't want to show any Rocky. They wanted to keep Rocky a secret so people could be surprised when, the alien shows up. But he was like, it's like saying E.T. is about a kid with divorced parents. Like that was his line. He's like, you can't not show Rocky. It's the whole
Yeah.
movie.
I had no problem with them showing Rocky in his trailer. It got me more
Yeah.
excited that they were doing like a buddy cop thing with aliens.
Yeah, for sure. If Rocky was only in like 20 minutes in the movie, then sure, you probably should keep that hidden. But
He's like a main
the
cat.
movie is Ryan Gosling and Rocky. Like that's the whole movie. You got to show him. the main character.
Yeah, the guy James Ortiz did a great job. I feel like the puppeteer work was insane for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
It was
what?
really, really good.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. So me and my dad always talk about that Hollywood superstars is kind of like a dying thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have Tom Cruise, we have Brad Pitt, we have DiCaprio. Those are like the three that I feel like people consider superstars of
Yeah.
Hollywood. I said to my dad when I got back from Project Hail Mary, I feel like Ryan Gosling is getting himself to probably be the closest thing to that. Because he's one of the few people that can do a non-IP and pull in so much money.
Yeah. I think he is. I think he absolutely is. I think he is very quietly, but 100%, he is that guy. Because just the fact that you told me it's the third biggest opening weekend ever, or whatever you said, I
Yeah,
forget.
it's the second biggest non-IP opening
Yeah,
ever.
that's ridiculous. Like that's something nobody should be able to do. And you can say like, oh, well, just the marketing was good. This movie has one guy in it for the most part. It's Ryan Gosling. He is the marketing. People went to see him. Like people, this isn't sci-fi is huge, but you got to remember sci-fi is huge because of Star Wars and Star Trek and Dune and those massive IPs that people love to death and like spend their lives fucking researching like dorks, myself included.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that this is just based on a book that is fairly popular from what I understand, but it's a book. People don't read books. Boring. And people just went and saw it. And it's the second biggest non-IP opening ever. That's ridiculous. You have to say that Ryan Gosling is that guy.
Yeah, it's I agree. I think he is. He's the biggest super like. I feel like him and Tom Cruise are like those two guys that like, and the other two I said Bale and DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Not Bale, Pitt and DiCaprio. And they're older guys. Ryan Gosling's still younger for actors these days.
He's like
I think
early
he's
40s probably.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Yeah. And
But
I think what makes him so likable is that he's everybody likes Brad Pitt and everybody likes Tom Cruise, but then, off to the side, they have, the Scientology or, a couple divorces here and there. Ryan Gosling's just
dating 25-year-olds.
Yeah, just married Eva Mendes and was like, I'm good now. I'm just going to go do the movies that I want to do and everybody's going to like me. He's just
now he's going to do Star Wars.
Yeah, everybody likes him. Dude, I got so excited. I saw the trailers. We got there a little early. There was a Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Much better trailer.
100% it was. I got so excited thinking it was going to be a Starfighter trailer. I was like, there's no way there's one already. There's no way.
No,
it can't be.
But I hated on the first trailer. I just didn't think it was a good trailer. It just felt like kind of like slop. The second trailer got me to actually invest that I might go and see it.
Way, way better. I totally agree.
There was something else that showed too. Dune's trailer is unbelievable.
Dune's trailer was fantastic. Listen, I wasn't the biggest fan of Dune 2. I'm back, baby. I'm so back. I'm so back. As soon as, when they start marching towards those guys and like the
so dope
Japanese style, dude, I'm like, oh my God, we're back. This is gonna be awesome.
Puff leaned over to me. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that that Young Washington trailer, for whatever reason, it showed twice. It's the Angel Studios George Washington movie.
Oh, I didn't see the trailer for it.
That didn't show for us. It showed twice for me.
Oh, no, we got there a little. Like, did yours start really late?
Yeah,
ours was 40 minutes after the start time.
I don't know that ours was that far back. Mine was. It's normally 25, so like
20-25 is like I feel like where we get.
I feel like it was maybe like 30.
30 minutes trailers. I'm a huge fan of going to the movies. We both are. We're huge cinema guys. If they want people to go, they need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
That the trailers play starting after.
Yeah. Wasn't there something about like a law or something?
Yeah, a bill that they have to say the start of the actual movie.
Yes. That needs to be implemented because it is ridiculous that, like, me and it's roughly 20-25 minutes.
So we just show up.
There. Yeah, but it's ridiculous. You have to sit there. I mean, I've heard people complain in the theater. Like,
those people complain during ours. Yeah. 40 minutes. It's insane.
Crazy. Yeah, if you have plans afterward, like say you have a dinner reservation afterwards, you're fucked.
Yeah,
you can't plan for that. You have no idea how long it's going to take.
And the worst part is that not every movie theater does it the same.
Yeah, Regal, AMC, they're totally different. And like if you have an independent theater, you have maybe there's not going to be trailers. Like you don't know.
Yeah, and like there's even the Regals will do one of them will be like a 10-minute, and then the other one will be 30 minutes. Like I went and saw Terrifier 3 in two different theaters, and I got there 15 minutes both times. No, I got 15 minutes the once, and that was 5 minutes after the showtime.
Mhm.
I saw the exact same moment of the movie when I walked in the door. I still missed the opening.
Yeah.
And so they just need to find a way to actually say the times. That's my
Mhm.
big thing with cinemas. But
Yeah. I also
but
hate seeing ads in the middle of the trailers.
just do
I
trailers.
just do
Do the
trailers.
ads
I
before.
don't want to see an Airbnb ad. I'm not. You're not getting me. It's done. I don't care. Give me movies. This is what I paid for.
And Ryan Gosling though had a really great quote about like people going to the theaters.
Mm.
He said executives need to stop putting it on the fans to go to the movies. You have to make them you have to make movies that make them want to go to the movies. It's not all on them to just go see anything.
Mhm.
Me and you are in that minority that goes to see the most random things in
Yeah.
theaters. But I agree with him. I feel like it comes down to I feel like this is gonna be a really cool year for theaters because we just had Project Hail Mary, which debuts so high. You have Spider Man, you have Doomsday, you have Dune, you have Odyssey. All these movies are gonna make so much money. And last year it was a rise in theater viewings
Mhm.
amongst younger people, which I think is the trajectory it's gonna go. But it kind of all comes down to what movies come out and if they're good. Because if Doomsday bombs, that is one of the that will hurt everything else.
Yeah. 100%.
I went on my little tangent about theaters there.
Or it could, if Doomsday bombs, it could be the death of those massive. We could get more like independent movies, kind of like
That's
this.
true.
Could I mean probably not. They're not. They don't care like that. But could be true.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
I mean, look at the Oscar. We thought independent film was going to take a huge skyrocket after Anora. Anora
Yeah.
took in 4 of the big 5,
Mhm.
I think. Um,
Somewhere like that.
I mean, we're seeing horror has skyrocketed up the box office that it can be. I mean, Undertones was made for 500,000. Its opening weekend to 11 million.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
it's insane. So all those things I think are good signs.
Yeah.
But Project Hail
On
Mary.
the other hand of that, back to Project Hail Mary. I have no idea how this movie was $250 million. That don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
This
without
movie had to
green
be
screens and
expensive.
stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know where all that money went to. I can't imagine how expensive Rocky was. It was
How
3D
expensive
printed.
what's Ryan Gosling's number? I wonder.
I mean, it must be 220. This movie had a $30 million budget. I don't know. He's getting paid baseball money. It doesn't. It's
You
crazy.
have 2 Oscar-nominated actors
Yeah.
in the leads.
Well, Sandra
Amanda
Hüller
Huller.
won, didn't she?
Did she win for
I thought
Anatomy?
she won for Anatomy of the Fall. Yeah.
Oh, then you have an Oscar winner.
I thought she did. I could be wrong.
It's like a 60% pay bump too to what they normally get paid if you win.
Is
Did you
it?
see that's why Miami Vice movie with Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan might be getting canned?
Really? Because they got to pay him too much?
Because he wanted 5 originally, and they won the Oscar. Now he's asking for 20.
Mm.
20 million for Michael B. Jordan is crazy. Also,
Yeah.
we didn't even get to talk about the Oscars. Congrats to all the Oscar winners. I had one of my best brackets ever. One of my best pools. I had dude, I was 0 for 4 on documentaries, which if you don't get the documentaries, you're pretty much out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with us, I want to get as high as possible. I only got 5 wrong. I got those 4 wrong and then one other category wrong. I was on a tear.
Yeah.
I ended up switching my bracket and I did Michael B. Jordan for winning for Best Actor.
Nice.
I felt like Shanley threw it away. He talked himself out of an Oscar.
Yeah, he did. I think so too. Sandra Hüller did not win. Emma Stone won for Poor Things, but she was nominated. I thought she won for some reason.
I know Emma Stone. That was her. I think that was her 3rd nomination just now. This was last year. She was nominated for Begonia.
Yeah. So Begonia, Poor Things, and what else?
What'd she win for?
This is your thing. Well, she won for Poor Things.
Mm-hmm. Did she win La La Land? Yes.
Did she?
She won for La La Land. But back to Project Hail Mary. The direction in this film, I feel like so much of it's ad-libbed, like the lines, but the direction of mannerisms and how the conversations are going to work and the movement, it all felt very direct, and I feel like Lord and Miller just did a great job handling this. Because like you said, this was all a practical set, so the moving around the set was very important for Rocky especially. And a scene that I really liked was the handheld camera when he's doing his audio log, and Rocky's like, "Who are you talking to?" And he's interrupting him. I thought all that stuff was so great, and then all I wanted to see was them the people back on Earth react to his videos. So that was a nice little scene with Sandra Hüller,
yeah. I think
Sandra
Hewler.
Hüller,
Pretty sure.
reacting to it. So I really enjoyed it, and this film just visually blew me away, and the ability to have something that like we both said didn't grab me at first, and then by the end had me like on the verge of tears. It's just I love when a movie can really pull you back in when it's not doing it. All it takes is one little thing to change, and that was, I mean, not
Mhm.
little, but adding Rocky to this. But their dynamic was great. The chemistry between two friends, and learning the languages and the design of Rocky. I love they didn't have a face. Yeah, I was really into the design. And one of the funniest scenes that, of course, Puff was going to be making jokes about was how Rocky feeds himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Puff was all over that on the way home.
Yeah, that was good.
Uh, but yeah, I feel like we always say it whenever we do these kind of reviews. It's so hard to talk about great movies,
Mhm.
like really good movies and great, because we're so good. I feel like at picking on movies, like that's like where we really thrive, and we have those
Mhm.
hour and 40-minute episodes. But when you talk about something good, it's so hard because you don't notice how good the small things are and all
Yeah.
those kind of things. And it's only Ryan Gosling really in this movie with Rocky.
Mhm.
And I don't want to spoil too much of it because I feel like it's just past its opening weekend and people are going to be going to see it again.
Yeah.
Now, where do you think this ends up box office wise?
What did you say it made already? Like
I think it's a
140,
hundred,
130?
yeah, like one something. I'll pull it up right now.
I mean, shit, like this if it's already at 130 or roughly around there, this movie could get like 700, I think.
That would be
I don't know,
insane.
like this movie could break a billion, maybe. I think if word of mouth goes
One
far
forty
enough.
one.
Yeah, I mean that's basically opening weekend, partially first week. That's fucking insane. That's ridiculous. So I think if word of mouth keeps going and people keep saying this is a good movie, and I hope people are saying not only is this a good movie, but this is also like, hey, if you don't like sci-fi, this is very palatable. Like this is not a fucking
Not
nerdy
Star
movie
Wars or
whatsoever.
Dune.
This is a fun, good time. Um, so this movie can go far for sure. I think it totally can have legs.
Yeah, I feel like it's good. It has a chance to go on like that Avatar run of
Mhm.
like holding itself,
Yeah, and I
which is
think especially I think with kids too, because there was
oh,
the
there's a
row in
kid
front of
right
us.
next to me.
Yeah, the row in front of us was a family, and I almost fought them because the two kids sitting in front of us were playing Roblox before the movie started, and I was gonna say like, hey, if these kids play Roblox during the movie on their phones too, I didn't even know there was mobile Roblox. I'm gonna hit them. I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna hurt them. But thankfully, the dad was like, hey, put them away now. They're like, what? No, what? Put them down. I was like, okay, thank God, thank
It
God.
wasn't like Air where I said I was a
It wasn't
pilot.
like Air where we almost killed children, but yeah, it was almost like
um,
that.
yeah, no, and this is the first time in a long time that so you were in the group chat with us when we were planning on going,
Mhm.
and I said 6 o'clock. We ended up having to do 6:20 in Plymouth Meeting because it was the only time near us that wasn't sold out.
Yeah, I had a tough time finding tickets too.
Yeah,
I went with my parents. We had to go. We had to go at I think it was 3:20, and it was like there were just three seats in like the back corner. It was like the only place we could get.
yeah, I was only seeing front row, and I was like, I'm not sitting front row at the movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be what you said. I think it's gonna be in that 600 $700 million range,
Hmm.
which would be awesome. I would love to see it. And if it got to a billion, that would be unbelievable. But I feel like it needs such a. I don't even remember they do like a number of what the average $1 billion movie makes in a opening weekend, but I don't
It
remember
would
what.
need insane legs, but I
Yeah,
think like if people keep talking about it, then I think so. Especially like I said with the kid, if people because I was watching it, like this is really I can see this being like an ET, like a movie that parents are gonna show their kids. Parents who watch it today in the theaters are gonna show their kids in 30 years.
yeah,
I can really genuinely I had that thought watching this movie. Like this could be a fucking classic.
yeah. And it has everything you need from it. It's not super violent. It's not
Mhm.
like what you said with all the science. It doesn't feel like an Interstellar. We both really enjoy that movie. The science at times gets a little confusing, like explaining it to them.
Yeah.
This always feels like I know exactly what they're talking about, and I
Hmm.
like collecting the samples and all that. And yeah, I loved it. I
Yeah.
mean, just
There's enough
talking about more and
jokes.
more makes me want it to be a 90 because I feel like it needs to
Yeah.
be.
there's enough jokes to where I think parents can really laugh and kids can laugh without understanding them. There's enough of those like inside jokes. I think there's not a lot of swearing in this movie, and when there is, it's played off as a joke, right? And then you have like the beginning. I think the beginning. We've been talking about all the space stuff. The beginning is fun too. When it's just Grace and Carl talking and like figuring it out. That's one of the most fun parts in the movie, and I think that works because I think what makes a good kids movie, like those Spielberg movies, is taking something that should be kind of scary, like the government coming in and saying, "Hey, dickhead, you're gonna go do this with us," and then making it fun, which is exactly what happens. Fucking Carl and Eva walk in. I'm just saying the character names now. Carl walks in and they're like, "Hey, you're coming with us," and then you're like, "All right, these are scary government guys. This could go bad." 10 minutes later, Carl's his best friend, and they're doing this. Like it just changes on a dot, which is exactly what you want from those like fun kid movies, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you after the podcast because we can't really say that without spoilers. It's about the ending. I wonder what decision you think he makes at the very end.
Well, I mean, it's been 40 minutes. You want to just go into spoilers?
Oh, do you want to do spoilers? I wasn't sure if we were going to do spoilers.
I'm down to do spoilers. Let's go.
Yeah. So
when Thanos comes in, my
it's
God.
it's such a great ongoing
Did you see
bit.
people are already doing like, here's the secret post-credit scene. Rocky will return in Avengers Doomsday.
So good.
It's the best.
I love that meme. Yeah, the first thing is I want to talk about that scene that I love so much. Is when they're trying to get out of the atmosphere and the ship goes into like a free spin because of the fuel. That scene was amazing. I was talk about like an emotional moment. That noise that Rocky makes, it's like that scream he's doing when he's in pain. Horrible. Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Like in a good way. But what I was saying at the end, do you think he stays in the world, or do you think they try and or he goes back to Earth? I think he stays.
Do you think? I think he might stay.
Yeah, I would hope he would stay because I feel like
because he has the kids. He has he has his students now, and that's really all he had. They make the point like he doesn't have any family. He doesn't really have any friends. He just has the only thing that was keeping him going was these kids he was teaching and taking care of, and now he has those on this rock planet. So I don't know if he leaves.
Yeah, and there's a line during that scene where he's like at first the shower was too cold and now it's scolding.
Yeah.
Like it's so well done, and they still. So I was trying to figure out like how far is their technology from ours? Because like it looks different from ours, but I feel like to a point I was like, okay, like it's more like their planet is different. But then they really start going in. And I was like, oh no, they are millions of years ahead of Earth. We are never catching up to like their science that they have of like building the material that can solidify itself, gases and all that.
Xenonite, as they call it. But I don't know. It could be different too, because there is always that thing of like, if we had taken this path instead of that path, right? Like we just decided to invent this thing because we needed it right now, and then we went down that path. Whereas maybe they were, right neck and neck with us and just had like, oh, let's make this instead, and just went, shot this way. So you can always think of it like that. So I don't know. I mean, I definitely think they're ahead of us. At least in the movie, but I don't think they're as. I think we have things they don't have, and they have things we don't have. You know what I mean? Like when he shows them the laptop, and he's like, "Here is all of human knowledge." He's like, "It's all in here." Like they don't have something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I guess that is true.
So it's just that they're just different technologies. But I do love that. Again, just how palatable the science was when he first gets the thing from Rocky, he just tosses it over and he scans it and he's like, it's made of xenon. And I knew what xenon was. I knew xenon was a gas. So I was like, wait, xenon's a gas. How is that? And then he explains, he's like, xenon's a gas. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's so funny. It's good.
That seems so good because then he's like, righty tighty, lefty loosey. And then he's like,
no
lefty.
Yes.
And it works.
And then when he freaks out, he's like, oh no.
Because he breathes it in. He's like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I wonder how much of that was Ryan Gosling's choice. Like that feels like something to do yourself.
It has to be so much because it was just him locked in this spaceship more or less by himself. So I'm sure they just said like, all right, your lines, do that at least like once or twice, and then just whatever you feel like, go for it. Because there was that thing when he's dancing. I don't know if it's the mop Remember when he first wakes up and he's like dancing with that mop?
Yes.
They literally made, I don't know if it's that mop. I forget what they named it too, but the crew made him that because he was so lonely in the spaceship. And so he just ad libs that he just danced with it and they just kept him in the movie.
That was a good scene too. I thought it was funny.
Mm.
I mean, this movie, it's not like any of the scenes are bad. There's no scene where I was like, that didn't fit or anything. Like I was really into it.
Yeah.
How much more? Oh,
Or even that when he's doing that, like when he first wakes up, it's intense because all the other two crew members are dead. Zhao and I forget the other girl's name, but they're dead, and you're like, oh shit, he's by himself. But then he's just drinking bags of vodka. It switches immediately, but it never.
oh, is that vodka?
Yeah,
I thought it was just water.
you didn't notice that it had vodka written on it.
I didn't. I really did not see it.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
and then he apologizes to the Russian lady, and he's like, sorry, I took your booze.
Dude, I
When
must
he's
have just flat
yeah.
out missed that.
No, when he's doing like the funeral, and he's like, sorry for drinking all your vodka. I owe you some vodka or something along those lines.
Oh yeah, he's like, I owe you. Yeah, I maybe I missed the front. I knew he said I owe you some vodka. I thought he meant like for dying for like this. Yeah, the scene. I love the decision for him to go back to save Rocky instead of going back to Earth.
So do
Like he was like, no, he's like, I'm gonna go back and save my friend.
I. I love that he sends the Beatles out to deliver.
That was a cool way to do it.
The good stuff to Earth. That was good.
Yeah. And they played some Beatles music. I knew you would like that.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
I didn't know what song it was.
There's two of us.
Mm.
Yeah.
No
was
idea.
Because I was like, oh, they got Beatles in this. My dad was even like tapping his hand. I'm like, yes, Beatles.
You're like, this is what I need.
This is a great movie. Beatles got Harry Styles.
It's had everything.
Everything.
I will say at first the Sign of the Times song wasn't working for me, but then by the end I was in. I was like, okay, you got
when
me.
that when like the second verse popped up and she like really starts singing. I was like, this is good.
I was like, I'm in. You got me.
I also love how she finishes and just goes like, all right, that's it, and just storms off. Like,
she doesn't even finish the song.
No, she doesn't. Sandra Hüller needs to do more American movies because she is such a good fucking actress.
She is a really good actress.
Insane how good this character was played. Because she's, like I said, same thing with Carl and like the government people in general for the kids aspect of it. She walks in the movie and she's like, all right, you can do this. Yeah, you coming with me. Great. And then throughout the movie and the flashbacks, you see that like, she is a human. Like she kind of cares for him. They almost develop some sort of kind of romantic tension, and like she kind of levels off and gets kind of nice, and then the spaceship explodes and it's immediately just boom, back to business. She's running towards it, and then when she has to sedate him and put him on the ship against his will, like she's really, you can tell in her eyes she is sorry about this, but
yeah,
it needs to be done. She is so incredibly good at acting. It's insane.
For those who haven't seen Anatomy of the Fall, you need to watch it. It is unbelievable.
It's so good. It just put the subtitles on, read a little bit. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, from beginning
to end. That prosecutor is such a dickhead. Also,
every time another fantastic performance, though.
Oh yeah, and her defensive lawyer is really, really good too. That she totally banged after the trial. 100%.
What's his name? Whoever the guy who directed that, Trier.
I forget his name.
He's who did Sentimental Value.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, now I have to watch it.
It's really
also
good.
Snoop, the dog from Anatomy of a Fall.
Fantastic.
Best actor in the movie.
At the Oscars.
Yes. At the Oscars. He should have won an Oscar for his incredible performance.
When does stunts get put into the Oscars? I thought it was this year, but I guess it's not.
Maybe next year. I feel it's gonna be like baseball in the Olympics. It's like every year they're like, it's coming. Next time it's coming.
It is in baseball is 2028, right?
Supposedly. I do not have it anymore. I remember specifically my grandmom got me a shirt that said USA Baseball Olympics. It was either 2016 or 2020. It just never happened. I had a t-shirt. It just never happened.
I will buy a USA Olympic jersey if they sell that.
I wanted to buy that World Baseball Classic one, but it wasn't going to get here until late May.
Yeah, that was kind of Oh yeah, the scene when he does go back to Rocky's ship, dude. I was so ready for him to like see the flashlight and pan, and Rocky was just laying there already. I was like, "Don't do this to me." I was like, "You already had me so close where I thought he was gone the first time." But in the end, I was very happy that Rocky lived. Like throughout the whole movie,
Oh
At
yeah,
one point, I was like, "Oh, it'll be a nice emotional thing if he doesn't make it," and then I was like, "Don't do this.
yeah.
Don't.
Don't, you
I was
can't.
wrong. Don't,
Please
don't
don't do this
take
to me.
Rocky from me."
Yeah, it is fun. Have you seen any of the? I haven't read the book, obviously, but I've seen a bunch of like TikToks and stuff, and it's like, here's the differences from the book and the movie. Apparently, it's really, really good, like really well adapted. But did you see how long in the book they say how long Rocky was in space before Grace got there?
No,
46 years
by himself.
by himself for 46 years.
No one watched him sleep.
No one watched him sleep.
Poor Rocky.
But it's also I forget the line. I don't know if it's a line in the book or just some line that somebody made up. But Grace was a kid looking up at the stars, and Rocky was already there, which is so heartbreaking to think about.
That is so sad. Poor
Oh.
Rocky.
But also in the book, they don't say this in the movie, but all that like smoke that's coming out of him, I think it's supposed to be sulfur or something along those lines, something like that. In the book, Grace kind of like opens it up and is like trying to like take it off him because he thinks it's hurting him, and he's kind of trying to like run tests and see if he can help Rocky. Whereas in the movie, he kind of just like lays with him, and it's just cut for time. Apparently, in the book, when Grace was removing all that sulfur or that dust that was coming off him, that stuff was actually healing him. So he was removing it, and Rocky was like, "You were hurting me so bad." It's like, dude, I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That was like helping him. That
Yeah,
scene
that
was
scene.
that was so scary. That was a great scene though.
Yeah. But also, I mean, you said it earlier that the whole scene where they're collecting I forget what they ended up calling it, but whatever the predator to astrophage.
Yeah.
The thing they need to get to send back to Earth to fix everything. That whole scene in the spaceship with the spacewalk and getting back inside and trying to, shut off the fuel. Incredible. I genuinely think that's one of the best sci-fi scenes like in a long time.
Oh, it felt like the docking scene in Interstellar.
100%. It was so intense for what this movie was the whole time, and then you just go to that scene, you're like, oh my god, it was intense in the best way possible.
Yeah, when he yells to Rocky, when Rocky gets flung, I was like, oh
yeah,
it was
when
so
Rocky's
good.
telling him to just get back in, he's like, I can do it. And when he cuts the tether and
it swings him.
Oh my god.
That was a risky move.
Yeah. But I was sitting there, I was like, how is he going to get back up? And then the counterbalance with the thing that flew off, I was like, this dude is a genius.
Yeah, I'm just telling everyone, I'm letting go of the collection. Earth's going down. I'm not saving anyone.
There's nothing I can do. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
I'm not learning how to pilot this ship. I am for sure not letting Rocky on the ship.
Yeah. But also a cool thing I learned, the very end scene when Grace is like on the boat and she gets the calls back.
Yeah.
She's reading them from Ryan Gosling and stuff. That apparently that's not in the book, but the author of the book, I forget his name, he wanted them to add that as kind of like sequel bait, because I think he has plans to write a sequel book. And I don't know if it's a sequel or some people think maybe it's just going to be like her perspective, everything on Earth.
Yeah, like while continuing from Earth.
Yeah, because I gotta look again if I ever see the movie again. Apparently, she has like a tattoo on her neck, which is some people tracked it down. I have no idea if this is true. This is off the internet, so God knows. But apparently, it's some like French prison tattoo or like French resistance or something. So people think happened, which makes sense. And she makes a point in the book, I think, but also kind of like not directly, but kind of talked about in the movie, where she's like, if this doesn't work and all the countries start fighting each other, I'm the bad guy. Like, she's fucked. So people think that, yeah, it took so long for Grace to get up there, get the stuff and send it back, that they were like, all right, this lady fucked us over. She's crazy. Send her to jail. And so she went to jail, got this tattoo, and then she was just able to get out and just living on this freighter, cutting through ice in, isolation to stay away from everybody. That's why she's on that boat at the end.
Yeah. I like that they showed like the effects of it, like what's been happening on Earth while he's been gone.
Yeah. But also in the book, Rocky makes a point in the final scene. Rocky makes a point that Earth's sun is getting brighter. So in the book, we know that Grace
worked.
It worked. Everything got back. In the movie, it doesn't say that, but it's kind of it's implied. She's smiling at the end. Grace.
Yeah, it's definitely
Ryan Gosling is Grace.
It definitely makes it sound like it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really hope he does stay on that planet. What was there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, her betrayal when she has to inject them.
Mm,
That scene was so good, and it like clicked for me. When she repeated for the second time, I
yeah,
was like, oh, like this isn't actually up to you.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
they've made this decision that you're going to space.
yeah. I think the saddest part was when he's outside and he asks Carl for help, and he's like, "Sorry, can't." It's like,
But then he
oh,
says he's like, I believe in you.
yeah,
And that's what makes me think that he does remember, because doesn't he say something like, "You were right," like to the camera?
maybe something like that. Like,
He
I
makes
do
like a
think he
comment
gets his memories back for
because
sure.
there's a comment he makes. I'm pretty sure. No, it's to Eva. Is that her name? The
Oh
character.
yeah,
He makes that comment. She says like, she's like, you are right for this.
mm-hmm.
And then he says he like looks dead in the camera. He's like, bye everyone. He's like, you, and he's like, last thing. He's like, you were right, or something along those lines. So that made me think like, okay, he does remember to a
Mm-hmm.
point. I would be pissed. Can you imagine you just wake up and then all your memory gets back? You're like, oh yeah, that motherfucker just made me come here. I don't want to
Fuck
be
you.
here.
Yeah. I also wonder how long it took them to get there in the ship because
Didn't
he
they say
does
how long it was? 11 years up and back. Each way was 11 years.
no because he does the math on back and it was like 113 years.
Is that what it is? I
Because
thought it was
11,
11
11
years.
years there makes sense, but then remember it was a one-way trip. They had no plan on
Oh
going back.
no, isn't the 100 something years with how much fuel he had?
Yeah, to get back
Yeah, but then I'm saying like if
because it
Rocky
was
gave him the fuel,
yeah.
because
I,
then
I I don't remember. Maybe he did say it was 11 years back. I could have just forgotten that, but I was wondering how long it took them to get there.
dude, that would suck. Can you imagine that if I left now,
Mm,
I'd be what 46.
yeah,
God,
yeah, and I
47.
mean it also cuts it pretty close because if you do 11 years there and then 11 years to send everything back, that's 22 years. That's I mean if they said 30 was
Yeah, I
like
was gonna say
everybody's
30 is what they
dead in
say.
30, then that's I mean you're cutting it close, but that's
Yeah, because then you have 8 years to get it to work, like
yeah.
figure it out.
And I mean, fucking as soon as that ship takes off, everybody's like, "All right, who are we killing for resources?" That's just the first thing.
What countries can we
Yeah.
absorb? But yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. I'm gonna keep it at my 89 right now.
Okay.
Now when I go I'm gonna do the same thing with Undertones. I'm gonna like reevaluate my scores.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, I have them both high 80s.
All right.
But after that conversation, I realized how much I genuinely did love that movie. And it was like a hopeful movie. Like there was so much hope to it that just made me
Yeah.
so happy. It was a movie I feel like the world kind of needed right now. So,
This was the happiest I've been walking out of a movie since Superman.
I, dude, I
It
was
was that
when I
same
just
feeling
said
of
that
like,
about hope. I just said
yeah.
I was late about to go, just like with
It
Superman.
was the same feeling of like, dude, I walked out. It was a nice day. It was warm out for the first time in months. I was like, dude, I can do things.
Dude, I was
I
at
can do
work
things.
today. So cold.
It got cold. It was warm for like an hour. Like noon to 1 was beautiful, and
So
then it
nice.
just dropped for no reason.
It's the windiest day I've been outside for in a long time. It was rough out there.
Yeah, it
But
sucked.
yeah, anything you want to add before we get to the next part of the episode?
I think I do love the scene when he's explaining to Rocky that he doesn't have a way home and he's trying to act tough. And then Rocky's
Oh,
like, "Oh wait, I can get it back." And he's like, "Really? I can go home." Like, he just
he's
starts
like, I can't
crying.
do that to you.
He's like, "I made up all of that. I'm
He's
not
like,
brave at
what about
all."
making peace with it? That's just what
That's
people
just what people
say.
say.
That was the scene that I was like, he's just like me.
Yeah, he's so good.
I love Ryan Gosling.
I gotta go back and watch more of his movies.
It made me want to watch Fall Guy again, because I watched in Plymouth Meeting. I saw it 4 times at that theater.
Yeah, you loved that movie.
Dude, that line I was thinking about. I was making lunch today because Swain's like tied up and he's like, "You need carbs. You need it for your brain." There's so
Your
many. There was
brain
just so many
runs on carbs.
on carbs. Oh my god. Wait, what does his Oh my god, what does he say? He's like, Daniel Day Lewis, and he throws the
Yeah,
axe at the
the Last
dude.
Mohicans. Yeah,
That was yeah. I want to watch more Ryan Gosling with Barbie. So he's so good in that.
he is good in Barbie.
I gotta watch Full Nelson. That was like his big like drama performance that got him an Oscar nom.
Mm.
It was like an early 2000s movie.
I gotta watch Lars and the Real Girl. I want to
Oh,
watch
I've
that
seen
movie
that.
so bad.
It's so good.
I every time I see a clip, because it's always the clip of him like leaving church and the girl saying hi, and he's like, "Hey," it looks so
Have you
funny.
ever seen Blue Valentine? That's a sad ass
No,
movie.
that's the one where he's balding, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
him and Michelle Williams.
yeah, I gotta watch that. I always confuse that with the Leo and oh God, why am I blanking
The
on her name?
Leo movie.
Who's Mayor of Easttown? Fucking what's her name?
Titanic?
Yes, I just blanked on her name.
Oh, Kate Winslet. Are
Kate
you talking
Winslet.
about American Revolution? American.
I have
Oh
no
my
idea.
God.
It's the one with
Something
Kate
like
Winslet
that.
and Leo,
Yeah.
and they're like he's screaming at her. I've never seen that
Yeah.
one either.
It's when
I
they're
always
married.
confuse those two.
Yeah.
They just seem similar to me.
Oh my God. What the fuck is that movie? I can't remember. God damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all around fantastic movie. Great start to 2026 films. Because the January February window is so bad. Even
Oh
though
yeah.
I saw a good amount of movies so far. There was a couple good ones in there, like
There were a
28
couple
years
decent
later.
ones. Yeah. Yeah.
So off to a good year. May's going to be an insane month this year.
Mhm.
There's a lot of horror coming out, which I'm really excited for. There's one I want us to go see, me and you. It's called Passenger.
Mhm.
Trailer looks fucking terrifying. And it's such a simple concept. But before we get out of here, Ryan, what is your recommendation of the week to everyone?
My recommendation of the week is going to be Ted, the Ted Show. On
Are you done
Peacock.
season 1?
I'm finished. I'm halfway through season 2. Yeah,
I haven't
I'm
watched
further
season
than
2 at
you.
all yet.
Yeah, it's good. Season 2. It's not as good as season 1, but it's still good.
Dude, one of my all-time favorite comedic scenes is the apple turnover sequence with the McDonald's apple turnover where it lights on fire.
Yeah.
It's like lava in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so good.
It is just Family Guy, but in live action. It's
Mhm.
so good. The cutaway, it's so funny.
Yeah. It's the best jokes are the ones that just make zero sense. It's like Ted will just say the most insane random shit, and you're like, "That's the funniest thing I've ever heard." In my
like
life.
in season 2 with the eggs.
Did
you get there yet? Yeah, the eggs.
So. Yeah.
That's why they made brunch. It's an insane show.
Mhm.
That's a good recommendation.
Or when he's at the party in season 1, he's like, "Watch this. Let's invade Poland." Yeah.
I saw the clip in the new scene
It's
when he
called
throws
the Milgram experiment.
when he throws Ted like a football at the bike.
Mhm.
That scene made me crack up. I just saw the clip and I was like, "This is so funny."
Or dude, the first episode of season 2, they're playing street hockey, and Ted's wearing a goal. Ted's playing goalie, and he's got like goalie pads on, and they're talking, and he's like, "Why has nobody asked why there's bear-sized goalie pads?" And it just cuts away and never goes back to it. It's just,
The cutaways, man, they're so good. Seth
Yeah.
MacFarlane's the best. Even though I'm sad that they're not making season 3, no matter how well this does.
yeah.
I'm gonna go off a show I'm watching right now, and it's Danny McBride's series with Walter Goggins, Vice Principals. It's got 2 seasons on HBO Max. I'm like 3 episodes in. I didn't realize how many shows Danny McBride did with HBO Max.
Oh, he is a prolific writer. It's ridiculous.
It's so good. And Walter Goggins plays this Southern dude. So funny. He has these mannerisms where he like I can't even do it. Like it's so funny. I don't know how to explain it.
I still haven't watched Rice. I watched like the first episode of Righteous Gemstones. I just didn't have time to like get into it, but it was very funny.
That's the
Have you
most
seen the
I've
new
ever
one
been.
with Bradley Cooper?
No, that's in Righteous Gemstones.
That is that in the show, or is
That's in the last season?
Show?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a different show.
No, dude,
Okay.
that's the most I ever binged a TV show. I binged that in like 2 weeks.
I gotta get back into it then.
Because I just got in surgery, so I had so much time. Yeah, but my new one's Vice Principals. So funny. Righteous Gemstones, though, it's another good one. If you guys haven't seen it, and you like, especially if you went to Catholic school and like grew up in like church and stuff, it makes it so much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's everything I have. Ryan, is there anything you want to say to anyone before we get out of here?
No, I think we're good. Fist my
All
bump. Fist my bump.
Shout out the Philadelphia Phillies, because when this episode comes out, it'll be opening day. No, day before opening day. And Flyers might make the playoffs. It's up
what
to
is it?
16%.
16% chance to make the playoffs.
If they win tomorrow, it goes up to 20.
Okay.
But if they lose in regulation, it drops down to 8.
Oh,
So that's like their biggest game of the season.
And what do
I
we have,
did
like the
not mean to do the
14th
thing.
pick, I think.
I don't even care about picks. Make the playoffs. The rebuild's done. We're in the new era of orange. I've been saying, I feel like this is the same quote for the last 4 years. But
To be
yeah,
fair, I think we would be much better this season if Tyson Forrester didn't get hurt.
that did suck. He had
He's
13 goals in 20 games.
yeah,
Then got hurt.
he's a fucking killer.
He'll be back next year. He's practicing right now, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will see you guys all. Do you work Saturday?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry.
Guess I might have to do a solo drunk episode, which is just really depressing.
I'll try.
But yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Nothing. Okay.
That's it. Bye.